Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and I'm going to continue doing this experiment, building a source generator for a test adapter scenario. Oh my God. Well, hold on. My youngest cat, Kitten, is in my office because he was so cute and he wanted to come in. And so I start recording and I see him dragging this from, like where I have my keyboards over there, and he was going to drag him out into the hallway. Like, ooh, I got a, put him up here and hiding. I got a prize. So, well, yeah, that was great of you. He's such a kitten. I mean, he's a very nice cat, very affectionate, but he is a kitten. Right, Tank. I love that name, Tank. Okay, wait a minute. What? I got these glasses, but these are for the computer. Really? Okay. I have to let him out. Do you want to get out? Hold on. Okay, he's out. He was too much of a distraction. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create the discoverer, okay? And following the patterns of old, I will create a mappings. Don't I call them builders? Oh yeah, because I have the mapping builders here. Yes, okay. And I make all the file, but I only need to make one file. Okay. So I'm going to, over here, I'm going to make a discover builder. Okay. I know, I agree. I don't know if the mic's picking him up, but he is very loud right now. So we'll say internal sealed class discover builder, internal. Yeah, I know, I get you. Okay. And then that makes text, which we want as source text. Okay. So we'll have a internal source text, text. Okay. Okay. So we'll have to set that on constructor, in constructor, on bad English. Okay, but we also have to pass in the list of method symbol targets. Okay, so in here we're going to say var builder is equal to new discover receiver targets. Okay. And why are you barking? Aren't they the same? Oh, I thought I said that. There we go. Okay. All right. So coming back over here, in the builder is where we do all the building. And we will actually do a string writer and a writer, and probably want to do a namespace gatherer as well, which I will immediately steal right now. Namespace gatherer. Let's see if it's smart enough to do this. You good. Nope, not that one. And then we need a isGetName because reasons, right? Right, I agree. This is in namespace symbol extensions. And once more, with feeling from the bleachers. There we go. Okay, so got that. Now that should be good. Let's clear out all this because I was getting confused as to discover a builder. So here we're going to say, sorry, I had to reset my head. That makes sense. You do now. And we're going to say indent style of, we're just going to say it's tabs because tabs is the right way to do things. Okay, so we got that. Now, if I come back over here and I look at the hard-coded test adapter for the discovery, I want to get all these things, okay? I definitely want to get a enumerable, namespaces, add, type of, that should work, okay. We're also going to want this one. You don't know what that is, but you do now. I don't think this, again, this is a project I'm going to eventually work on, which is to, it's a hash set, but it's not, oh, I did sort it here in the, okay. I want to put all these in a common library. I mentioned that before. Okay, so now we want this one. Do you know what that is? Probably not. Now you do. Okay, so now we want this one. Namespace, add, type of, whatever. We don't need it because it's already there. Okay, so that covers that. Do we have the test discover itself? We did. That's fine. Okay, and then we're also going to need that. Whoa, that is not what I meant at all. Holy crud. No, no, no. That was a bad one. No, you should. Test platform object model. Oh. Attribute. Now you know what it is. Okay. So now we got that type. We'll put it in. Well, yeah, we need our own X. Well, we do, right? Yeah, we do. Okay. But we're going to need the value of that. Oh, yeah, we'll just plop that in. Okay. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I was overthinking things. Okay. So then we'll put all the usings in. The namespace is the namespace of us. So that's fine. We can put that in the namespace. We'll be able to do that. Now the location, we're going to want to do the executor URL as one thing. And then we're going to want to go through each type that has tests. So let's do this first. Okay. What I do want to also not forget is, no, don't. Yeah, let's one step at a time. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to want to grab var targets by type equals targets group by containing type. Now, what's interesting here, yeah, symbol equality compare default. There. That works. Okay, good. And we're going to want to list this. This is not very memory friendly, but it is what we need to do. I guess actually what I could do is in the receiver, put it as a grouped, it's going to be a list of I groupings, where the groupings are by I symbol and then method symbol. And because I'm going to have to iterate through this twice. So for each var target type and targets by type, can you just say keys? There's probably some very... There we go. Okay, so that iterates... No, it's key. That's a symbol. Oh, we want its containing namespace. There we go. Okay. So now we've got, keep having to push this down. Okay. So now we've got everything that we need up at the top to start writing things. Okay, so now we can say indent for each var namespace in namespaces values. So we can say indent writer dot write line using, we'll do that. And in here we shall say namespace dot oh no, it's just namespace. Okay, it's a string. That's make it easy. We need the no, not an L, semicolon. There we go. Okay, so we've got all the namespaces there. We know we're going to have some, so we can do now indent writer dot write line. Okay, now the next thing we need is the namespaces of all the types. Okay, so again, this is where we're going to have to keep iterating over this, which kind of sucks, but no, we put the usings there. This is, we don't want to assume a namespace of a type that's contained tests. We can just use our own namespace here. Okay. So we don't have to do this. We can say indent writer, write line. We're going to assume 6.0. So the generated code can work. Okay. Namespace. And in here, we're just going to do that. And then we can say here, the names, oh my God, stop. Oh, geez. Oh God. Here we can say type of, well, we could say this. And there we go. So that gives you the namespace. Okay. Now we want to do a write line, and we now want to put in this. Okay. So we want to say indent writer, write line. I don't know why I'm having so many problems with that. We want to say default executor URI. Okay. Except here we actually want to escape that out. And boom, there we got that. Okay. Now we're going to put in this and then writer, write line, and that's going to be hard coded, except we want this to be, what are we calling this? Source generated test discoverer. Let's put that in shared. Public const string discoverer name is equal to that. Okay. So then we're consistent. We don't have to hard code it everywhere. Of course, it now makes this an interpolate string, but interpolate strings have gotten much faster in .NET 6, or so I'm told. Now we could, if we really wanted to be picky, we could say, well, no, that's not that's a tab. That's an indentation. So what we should do is go indent writer, indent ++, and then we are going to come back with a minus minus. Okay. And then we're going to say here that we want to emit name of that. Now I would do that here, but I don't want to put the attribute there. I want to get like the name of the attribute. Okay, so now we've got that. And now we need to put in the curlies. So let's say div writer, right line. And then we'll say L, because of reasons. And then we'll plus it, and then we'll minus it right away. And remember to do that. Okay. All right. So now that gets us into, we did indent. Okay. So now we want to say something like this. Okay. And then writer, right line, and we will do that. Every time I hit an L instead of a semicolon, take a drink. Okay. That's okay. We will just, actually, I'm getting a little bit too picky here. Let's just hard code the names because we know those are going to be right. And these ones we want to be a little bit more flexible on. Okay. So we've got that. We're going to want to plus them. Nope. Okay. So now we want to do, I should have done that. Nope. There. And then we're going to want, then we don't need that. We need that, and then that. Now, so we put that in, put it out, put it back. Now we want to do this here, and then this here. Okay. So now we're in our method. So we're definitely going to want to grab indent, writer, right line, that. Except it doesn't know what that is. But that's okay. We're going to tell it what it is. Okay. And now we need to do the for each. Okay. Which I stupidly deleted. Okay, so now for each target type, we're going to want to say, it would be interesting in, no, I don't want to do that. And a full-fledged version would care about the type names being unique. Okay. I mean, again, this is a proof of concept. What I could put in here is just, well, no, yeah. You know what I forgot to do is in the generator is say, and receiver that targets that count is greater than 0. Make sure that you have at least 1. Okay. So now here, all we need to, now I was overthinking this, in that all we need is the location because all of these are in the same assembly. All we need is the location of the assembly. So we just can put in the first one and we're done. Okay. And actually that leads to a point where the grouping I only needed, Well, that's fine. I have it, and that's okay. And then the namespace gatherer, if I keep adding, then I put them back. Whatever. It's 6 cents, 1/2 dozen of the other. There we go. Okay. You're probably like, what did he just say? So here we're going to have var location is equal to this, except what the name of this is targets by type, the 0th one, key name. Oh. Which one mattered? No, okay, yeah. Okay, just keep typing stuff and eventually it'll go away. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a conversation with my son working, and so we got that. Now we can just literally go through and iterate through all these. So now we can say for each var target method and target type, because that should be all the methods now, right? Yeah, it's a method symbol. Okay. Why do we still have that here? Yeah, we don't. Oh, because I copied it from there. Okay. So now what I want to do is this. Okay. Indent, right line, that whole thing. But don't you worry, we're going to clean that up. So this is going to be Quux that, and those are the variables, so that's all we need. Now we just need to have that correct. So we need the var, well, we can get the target type up here. Var type name is equal to target type key name. We can probably, yeah, we'd really want the whole name. And that's where I have in another assembly the full name, but we don't want to do that because this has containing namespace. It doesn't, you know. So what we're going to do, target type key containing names. Oh, and that's right, because the namespace just gives you like the one above it. We want to get the whole name. And I think this, yeah, so we can just do this. Okay. So we're going to say get name. Okay. That gets us that. And then we're going to dot it with target type key name. I think that's correct. So that gets us the whole thing. And now what we're going to say here is type name dot dot. And we're going to say in here is target method name. And that's it. Guess what we've just done? We've generated the whole discoverer. Does it work? Well, actually, we haven't done that yet because we don't have down here the code to actually do all this, but we don't really need to, we don't need to do usings and nullable, enable, and everything like that. I don't think. We weren't doing any of that. Well, yeah, we do want to have nullable, enable in there as well, just to, so we do, where do we put the nullable, enable? I forget. between the usings and the namespace. Okay, so the writer, right line, the writer, right line, except we want all that, except not that. We want, geez, there, okay. So that puts it between the usings and the namespace. And then what we want to have is a way to say source text from code. Or what we want to say is really, no, down here, this dot text is equal to the source text from using system text encoding. Okay, and now what's code? Code is the writer toString. And we're done. Now we've actually omitted it. Okay. Now we've done that part. Assuming that that's all correct. Okay. Now we can get rid of that. Come back to the gatherer, or not the gatherer, the generator. And we're not assuming any diagnostics. We just go. And so from this point, we now say we add a source. Okay. To the context, we add the source. We say the name is, I'm gonna, .cs share dot discoverer name .cs builder dot text. Does this build? Will it blend? Does it run? Okay. Now again, this is not being referenced by a project. You're just simply writing this code so I can actually write some tests against this in the next episode. Just to say, if I gave you a assembly or a piece of code that had tests in it, what would your discoverer look like? Okay. So just to, so I wrote a bunch of code. Now I need to create some tests for the discoverer generator. That's doing discovery, because this is going to eventually do two. Okay. When we get to the source generator here, yeah, we should be explicit here and say discoverer builder. Okay. Because then there's going to be an executor builder, and that's also going to do the source. And so we're going to do both at the same time. And yeah. So actually in the next one, I'm going to create the executor builder, and we're going to do that. And then we're going to create a test project to test the test thing that creates the this gets kind of meta, because if I want to create a test project that's currently using the adapter, how do you wow, that just kind of blew my mind a little bit. It's like when you're trying to build a compiler in a language and you want to use the language to build a compiler for the language. I'm creating a test adapter so I can run tests that are going to test the test adapter or something. I don't even know what I said anymore. It's getting late. I kind of want to keep moving on this, but I'm also, I think my creative mindset is starting to just dwindle a little bit because it is getting late. But tomorrow is another day, and I am, it's a weekend and I got time to do more stuff. So hopefully I can make more progress on this tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.